The Second Crusade, 1147 to 1149, was one of the most significant yet tumultuous chapters in the history of the medieval Christian world. This expedition was undertaken in response to the fall of Edessa, the first Crusader state established after the First Crusade, which was captured by the forces of Zengi, the Muslim ruler of Aleppo. This loss alarmed Christendom and led to a call for another great crusade to recapture the lost city and reinforce the Crusader states in the east. The Second Crusade was marked by several key moments, and its early stages were shaped by critical events at Constantinople and Dorylaeum in 1147. The experiences of the Crusaders at these locations serve as a microcosm of the broader struggles faced by the Crusaders during the campaign, from political challenges and cultural misunderstandings to military setbacks and logistical difficulties. The seeds of the Second Crusade were sown by the fall of the county of Edessa in 1144. Edessa had been the first Crusader state established in the Levant after the success of the First Crusade, 1096 to 1099. Its loss was a blow to the Christian presence in the east, as it had been a key stronghold in the region. The city was captured by Zengi, the Muslim emir of Aleppo, in December 1144, after a prolonged siege. This defeat sent shockwaves through Europe and revived the religious fervor of the Christian world. The loss of Edessa posed a significant threat to the survival of the other Crusader states, most notably the Kingdom of Jerusalem, which relied on the defense of its northern frontier against Muslim forces. The Second Crusade, unlike the first, was a more formalized and organized expedition. It was composed of two main armies, one led by King Louis VII of France and the other by Emperor Conrad III of Germany. The crusade was seen as a joint effort between the Holy Roman Empire and the Kingdom of France, although the two monarchs had different approaches to the campaign, which would create tensions later on. King Louis VII, who had ascended to the throne of France in 1137, was a deeply religious king but lacked the experience in military campaigns that would have been beneficial for leading such a large-scale expedition. His army consisted largely of French knights and soldiers, many of whom were from the nobility. Emperor Conrad III of the Holy Roman Empire, a more seasoned ruler, had a similarly large army, which included German knights and their retinues. Together, these two forces, numbering approximately 30,000 to 35,000 men, made up the bulk of the Crusader host. The Crusaders, after assembling in various points of Europe, began their journey to the east in the spring of 1147. The first obstacle they encountered was the journey itself, which would take them through treacherous terrain and hostile territories. Both the French and German armies made their way through the Byzantine Empire, with the objective of reaching Constantinople, the great Christian city at the crossroads of Europe and Asia. Constantinople was an important strategic point for the Crusaders, serving as a gateway to Asia Minor and the Holy Land. The city was also crucial in maintaining the logistical supply lines necessary for a large-scale military campaign. After departing from Constantinople, the Crusader army crossed into Anatolia, entering territory controlled by the Seljuk Turks. The first significant military engagement of the Second Crusade occurred at Dorylaeum, located in the heart of Anatolia. This battle was a crucial moment in the crusade, as it set the tone for the subsequent military actions and revealed both the strengths and weaknesses of the Crusader army. The Crusaders faced an army of Seljuk Turks under the command of the Sultan of Iconium, Khalid Arslan II. The Seljuks had been a dominant force in the region, having already successfully repelled earlier Crusader incursions. Khalid Arslan, who had been informed of the Crusader advance, sought to intercept the Crusader army at Dorylaeum, hoping to defeat them before they could reach their goal in the Holy Land. The Battle of Dorylaeum was a hard-fought victory for the Crusaders, but it did not bring them the decisive breakthrough they had hoped for. While the battle was a significant moral victory, the Crusader army remained in a precarious position, fraught with logistical difficulties and plagued by a lack of unity. The victory at Dorylaeum did, however, provide a temporary respite, allowing the Crusaders to regroup and press on toward their goal, the recapture of Edessa and the defense of the Crusader states in the Levant.